Alright everyone, so this video I want to show you an example of how to create a cloth in Maya. So I'm going to use the nCloth method and I'll create a piece of geometry on top using dynamics and nCloth, and there's going to be a passive sphere at the bottom to just use as a passive collider. So the cloth will react on gravity and then hit the sphere and then form the cloth shape. Right, so let me get started. So I'll create a sphere and then I would create a cloth, okay, which is just a plane. So I'll just put a plane above the sphere like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna duplicate both of this. Because I want to show you two different examples. Okay, so this cloth on top, the first one I'm gonna give it a division level of 3. Okay, and then also gonna press 3, smooth review. The second one I'm gonna give it a division level of 2. So there's only 2 division level, and then I'm also gonna press 3 for smooth review. Okay, so both of this I'm gonna go into FX, and I'm gonna select both of these, and then I say create nCloth. Okay, so what this does is that when we play this, the cloth will drop down. Okay, but why it's passing through this is that we haven't added a passive collider, so we need to make it collide. So these two spheres, we're gonna select both of them also, and then we press create passive collider. Okay, so now when it passes through, it will collide onto it. Okay, so before we get too excited, let's change the values. So I'll go down from the top to the bottom. So nucleus is the overview, and then the gravity I'm just gonna set 100, so it goes down very fast. So the first nCloth, I'll do a silk, and then so there's a lot of preset settings. You all can also play around, but I use silk. Replace it, and then the friction level 100, stickiness 1. Okay, the second nCloth I'm gonna do the same. Silk, replace it, friction 100, stickiness 1. Rigid body, same. 100 friction level, stickiness 1. And rigid body 2, 100 stickiness, rigid body 2. 100 friction, stickiness 1. Okay, so now let's restart and see how both of them look. Okay. So they will give us the shape that we want. So this is with division of 2 on the left, so it's a bit more lightweight. The one that is on the right is division of 3. Okay, I think the shape here is quite nice. I'm going to select it and press 3 again. I think just now maybe I didn't click it properly. Just give it a smooth review so that we can see how it really looks with a smooth review. So it looks very good, right? So we can just use this bring this into ZBrush. Okay, before we bring into ZBrush, also want to take note, we need to export this as an OBJ, so it's totally clean. Because every time you load this object, right, so let's say if I jump to frame number 1, it's going to reload everything. So we don't want that to happen, and then every time it will take some computing power. So when we export and we just select this mesh and export this as OBJ, it's very clean, and then that's how we want it to be for our model. Okay, so for example, previously I've exported frame number 1645. This time I'm exporting frame 29. So I'll select my naming convention, cloth division 3, frame 29, and I'll export this frame out. Okay, when I import this frame back, I need to do an import back to just give it a smooth. Okay, so now I imported this mesh back. Okay, so it looks like this side by side. Okay, then now I can show you if I jump back to frame 1, it's going to need to compute again, and then I cannot just jump to frame 29 or something, it needs to start from frame 1 and then to start computing. So that's the annoying part, but once we have it exported as an OBJ, we don't need to deal with that anymore, so that's good for us. So we have this OBJ. I'm going to give it another smooth. So this clean OBJ, I'll just press smooth, and then now I'll export it again as a frame 29 with smooth. And now we are ready to bring it into ZBrush. Okay, I did a mesh smooth to it. In my ZBrush, okay, I'm just gonna delete my previous things. In your ZBrush, just open up a demo soldier or something that you have. Then I'll set some duplicates. So I have these duplicates to just help me import stuff. So I'll import in my frame 29 with smooth. And then it's gonna look like this. Right, so it looks very good. We can use this. It's just 25,000 points. If I press Ctrl D, I'll give it a subdivision level. So it has 100,000 and so if I want to go higher and then I want to add more details, it's possible. I can still shape it using my number 6 brush or whichever brush I want. I can sculpt it. And then I can go down a subdivision level, go up, go down. Shift D, D, Shift D, Shift D, D. Okay. And back to my Maya. So as I show you, so this one I already exported, so I can just delete it. And then okay, let it compute a bit more. So let's say if I want, I'll just export one more example, the one with a subdivision of 2. Maybe I'll stop at frame 32. Okay, so this one with subdivision level of 2, I quite like it. Looks very cute, not super heavy. So I'll name it as subdivision 2, cloth division 2, frame 32. Name our files properly, import it back as obj, bring it to the side, and then just give it a smooth. You don't even bring it to the side also, but for the clearance of gravity of this video, right, I bring it to the side so you know exactly what I'm doing. So this is just an OBJ with a smooth now, and I'll export this as frame 32 with smooth. Okay, so my workflow is a bit cleaner, the organization, and then it's a bit clearer. Okay, so this one I'm done, I can hide it, and then this one if I want, I have another duplicate just now, and I'll import division 2 frame 32 smooth, and then I'll just bring up. This one is even lighter, you see, more lightweight. 6,000 points, so cute. And then I press Ctrl D. It's 25,000. If I want it to be even higher, Ctrl D. So it can have 2 subdivision levels. Also under this object, it has 2 subdivision levels because I press Ctrl D twice, and I can press Shift D to go down, D to go up. So even more control for this. So very cool stuff. And we can still shape it. Shape your cloth. Use a snake hook. Pinch it. That it's like there's a sphere inside, but there's no sphere. So just so you're clear, there's no sphere, and then push it around, sphere around. It can become a very nice cloth for you. It's single-sided, so go down to where's that? Display properties. Click double, so you will see the double-sided to this. Right. Hope you learned from this video. Next video, I'll show you how it works on a human. Bye bye.